Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, Bougie Gang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch. Cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It feels like Monday, but it's Tuesday. Yay, it's Tuesday, guys. I'm telling you, I was dropping off at school today and I was like, oh my God, that's it. Next week, we're out of here. I know some of you guys are probably already out of school. Um, we got 2 more weeks. So this week is uh the language, English ELA, um I guess English language arts. I don't know if that's what they call it, but anyway, that EOG, and then after that, oh my god, then next week I guess is all the fun and shenanigans of the last week of school, track and field day, and all of the end of year stuff. They get their yearbooks on Friday, all of those things. So Farrah was on yearbook this year, so that was fun. Um, and did track. And we have our National Junior Honor Society induction on this evening. So that's also exciting too for me as a mom and my husband as a dad. We're very, very excited and happy for Farah. So that's what is going on in my mom world. Anyway, good morning, everybody. So yesterday we did come together and have a little chat about what's going on the YouTube streets. More moms are fighting. Look at that. Ooh. Hey, Bougie Gang. Good morning. Gangstars, Old Man Johnson's Farm, Sonia's Edges, and Witty Bombshell. Good morning, Gangstars. How do you be a gangstar? How do you become? How can I be a gangstar? What is that? Just get here first. It's plain and simple, just like that. Get your good morning shout out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Get here first. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all you got to do. Okay, guys, what's been going on the YouTube streets? We're tired. I'm gonna look. I'm speaking for myself, and I'm speaking for many. Everybody is sick of Jasmine, Liv, Strong Mommy Chrissy. Everyone, like, y'all need to get back to basics. which I don't even know what that is for y'all, but I mean, there's just I can, you know what I'm saying? Like we're good on some things. Someone asked me last week, what is wrong with someone trying to better themselves? Nothing. Like don't this is what this is. This is what this live is all about. As far as I'm concerned, when I get on here, I talk about whatever I damn well want to. There is no reoccurring theme. The theme is mom chat. That's the reoccurring theme. And I have my opinions. My opinions might not be something where you can look across the board that I say and feel the same way about every damn thing every single time. There's some things I care about, and there's just some things I don't. There's people that I like, and there's people that I don't. And if you're looking for a continuum of opinion, that's probably not what you're going to find here. I have my opinion, and I may find someone amusing, and that could just be it, and that's all. I may just not like somebody and I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Someone might just be boring, okay? So, there's no real predictor of how I'm going to feel and what I'm going to think. And laughing at when I don't think anyone's particularly laughing at Jasmine losing weight. I'm just going to clear the deck on that. No, ain't nobody laughing at Jasmine losing weight. We're laughing at Jasmine in the gym. Okay. Jasmine is in the gym and good for her. That's very good. That's good. Ma'am almost died having her last baby, had a very severe case of preeclampsia, which was not funny at all. I don't think anyone was laughing at that. She was in the damn emergency military hospital over there, having some sort of treatments in the middle of COVID. It was awful, right? Nobody was laughing at that. Jasmine is goofy. She's goofy and silly, and it's just the content overall. Nobody's really laughing at her working out or losing weight. That's a good thing. It's good for her family. It's good for her mental health. We're over here in the morning being silly. Jasmine is not invited to watch. If she's in the bushes, that's her business. But it's like, don't take this shit so seriously. Okay. Um, that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. We're getting ready to talk and laugh about something else. So the funny thing is the babysitters are mad, but the chief babysitter, who is the sperm donor named Jeremy, is silent. His girlfriend is being loud and wrong. So this whole thing kicked off with Lily, who came and did a get ready with me and talked to the people about what's going on in her life and what's going on with her son and why she's made the decision to not co-parent, or I don't know why you would even try to co-parent with some damn babysitting ass people. If you can't be on the birth certificate, we're not even going to use the term co-parenting. If you want to babysit for the weekend, you can babysit for the weekend, but I'm not calling you a co-parent when you are not on a birth certificate like a parent would. That's just my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion because these people did what? They put it on the internet on a YouTube video, and that's what I do. In case you did not know, I do reactions, reviews, and commentary on these YouTube channels. Okay, that's what I do. So they put up a video, and I'm here to give my opinion that nobody asked me to give. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, Candy. Well, I mean, even in the Nesto situation, I mean, every case is not the same. Nesto is a complete buffoon. Um, Stupid criminals are fun and funny to watch, like these cases, but most of these cases are all very serious, but there are always going to be people to kind of like, can you believe they did that? Aren't they dumb? All kinds of stuff like that. And some people might feel like, no, you shouldn't be laughing. This is a very serious situation. Okay, well, go over to the serious situation podcast because that's not me. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do talk about serious stuff and there are no laughs because there's just no laughs. But to me, I feel like I like to have a good time and I like to talk about interesting things with interesting people. Um, and this is just really my personality. There is something I've been at funerals where you might be walk past one group of people and they're crying, and then you step outside and people are having a laugh and having a fun memory about the person who's passed away. Funerals are no laughing matter, but the joy is coming from the actual individual. Um, Maybe obviously not from the loss, right? But everybody handles everything differently. And that's the beauty of YouTube, is that you can find what suits you. You know, sitting around and trying to make something that other people enjoy work for you and it's not going to work for you, it's okay to move around and then come back when something is on your taste level. Otherwise, it's okay to move around. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has to, just because this is where the cool cats are, the cool, I was about to say cool folk are. Okay, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Keisha and Jeremy have Sandy babysitting, ooh, their own kids. They sure do. They do. It's about you, not okay, and it's not for you. These videos are about you. They are not for you at all, period. Okay, let's get into it because we got some ground to cover. I just figured instead of watching Keisha's video and we would just start with like about 30 minutes of Lily because she did, it was an hour and a half, and I feel like the beginning where she pretty much told everything for about 30 minutes is a good place to start. Um Thank you, Pearls of Wisdom. I appreciate that. Just know that there are some people who don't. Someone cussed me out yesterday. I did have to block them, and I do not care about blocking people. I don't block people often, but I don't care about blocking someone. Um, Keisha, okay. So maybe I got something wrong. I could have gotten something wrong yesterday. I was under the impression that when Keisha in her video, Keisha Kaylee, in her video stated that August was confused with the other girls saying, no, mom is Keisha, when she was trying desperately to educate the children on who's mom, who's dad. Why you would have that conversation when the son from another mother, the brother from another mother, wow, that really does apply. The brother from another mother was over there visiting. You decided that you were going to do a lesson on family trees, okay? So you did your little family tree lesson to a bunch of literally 4, 3, and 2-year olds, like they were going to understand when you barely understand. Okay. So she decides she's going to do a lesson, and they're like, no, mom is Keisha. And she's saying that August was getting confused. So she took it upon herself and recorded it. Thank you, Kim Nation, for a future receipt of a 3-year old, and recorded it. Um, and then so I got this comment yesterday. I did delete it. I'll post it on my community wall. Just give me a minute. Let me put a heart on that so I can post it. Um, I got a message on my in my comments on this video yesterday. Keisha never told that baby to call her mom, to call her mama. You see how you want to switch the story up? I guess it was bitch. You are a you are a fucking shit starter. That's what you are. You like too much. You are Jesus, fucking shit. No periods, no nothing. This is a mess. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me post this so you guys can read this for real, though. These people are so stupid and strange. Um, hold on. I'm gonna post it now so y'all can see. No periods, no nothing. Just one long crazy thought that I gotta sit there and figure out, and then you want to post it. Huh. You don't get to come shit on me. I'm gonna let you live now because we're talking about you. We're gonna have a laugh. Hold on. All right, let me put this right here. Okay. All right, let's see. This person is mad cuz they think I'm being a shit starter. Uh I'll just say, what do y'all think? Okay. Okay. All right, it's let me pull it up. Uh oh, y'all, if you were on the live last guy, his name's James McNeil. He's a 58-year-old ex-city councilman in Seattle area who killed his 20-year-old girlfriend. And girl, I got almost everything yesterday. Girl, $40 later. But I'm waiting for two girl. Seattle, Washington has an excellent open record site. You could get the video arraignment, the plea and arraignment, and something else. I mean, you could order video, anything that they had in the court system. It was like shopping. It was basically online shopping. You just click the documents you want, the videos you. I was like, okay. Girl, I was just clicking away, downloading. So I have some stuff. I didn't get everything, but I got about half of what was posted. Because I figured the other half might just be online for free. So we'll go through some of that. It's just interesting though, and I'm just curious about the divorce. Him and Miss McNeil and the three children, what actually happened. So I'm gonna spend some time at some point today trying to find the divorce complaint, if it's even been filed yet, and see like what was the divorce about. Anyway, okay, let's go over here. Let me pull up this comment. This was crazy, and then we're gonna pull up Ashley's video. Um, if you guys, I am Hazel put up a video last night, and she was kind of talking about all publicity is good publicity. And she was talking about when she first came on YouTube and what was going on. And she was talking about the major feud that was going on with Ashley and Keisha. And she had the back supporting Ashley. And she was doing a lot. She was doing the most, but it was an emotional time. And you know what I'm saying, I don't know, I don't have any, she can tell you better than I can, but it was an emotional time. And she said that she had a different perspective, because she was not necessarily happy regarding some of the reaction videos, and I get it. Um and so she changed her attitude about that, and it was interesting. I watched like about the first half this morning, and then I had to go run out and bring Farrah to school, so I didn't get to watch the whole thing. But if you I some of the subtext of that is regarding this matter. So anywho, let's see. Let me show you my community wall for the weirdo that dropped. There's probably Keisha, one of her underlings, one of her super supporters or whatever, and that's fine. But like, I don't know why people think that they're gonna like I guess they just want me to see, but people should know I'm not gonna let something like this live on my wall. Like, you got to be kidding me. um anyway, okay, so it says, so this is deleted, this person is deleted and blocked, as you can see, has the check mark. That means I needed to either approve it, trash it, flag it, or block it. That's what those, wait, can you see my cursor now? Okay. Approve it, check, trash it, flag it, block it. Okay. Keisha never told that baby to call her mama. You see how you want to switch up the story? I didn't switch up the story. Keisha said that she was trying. Look, maybe I have it wrong. Okay, I look. Sis never said she's perfect, but at the end of the day, my understanding of what Keisha said was that she was trying to help him work out a name that was suitable for her to feel comfortable for him to call her at 3, and I guess something that gave her the title that she thinks she deserved. I don't know. I don't know that chick. She's not my friend. I don't know her. I know her from these videos. I don't really give a fuck. Like, let's just be honest here. Sis don't care. Okay? It's a video. All right? Um, so Keisha never told that baby to call her mama. I beg to differ. She was helping, she told us she was working with him to work out names that would confuse her house less. Am I wrong? Did I get it? If I got it wrong, let me know, because maybe my interpretation might be a little bit off, but that was my understanding of what she was doing. I don't think I ever said she told him to call her mama. What came of her conversations with the boy is that he called her Mama Keisha. I don't know what he told her, what she told him, or nobody knows but who was there. The whole story could be a whole fucking lie. Okay? What Ashley said is that her told me to call her mama. And Ashley was like, hell to the no. Keisha wouldn't like that either. Okay? Keisha never told that baby to call her mama. You see how you want to switch up the story? I didn't switch up the story. I'm giving my opinion and I'm telling my audience what I heard. Okay? Bitch, you are a fucking shit starter. And what about it? Okay? Maybe I am. And what? Okay? That's what you are. You like too much. You it's like what? That's shit starter. That's what you are. You like too much. Now you putting words in Keisha's mouth that she did not say. Ashley said her son told her, okay, you need to go have several seats, ma'am. You're not going to keep lying on her. Now go take your shitty dogs for a walk. No, see, I look, we're not even going to talk about that. Okay. We have a nice fenced in backyard, and actually my husband, not a babysitter, my husband, my baby Fall, all of those things took the dogs for a walk as me and the girls were at a movie last night. Okay? So don't worry about what we're doing over here, okay? As you're the one thing I have never done is get on YouTube and be mad and type comments like this. I don't any of y'all that engage in that, that's your business. I'm not even going to say nothing about it, but and this is not a read, I don't do that. I just don't. I don't. Anybody who knows me, who's ever had a problem with me on this internet, they will tell you that I called them, but they didn't pick up. Or they'll call you and they did pick up. I'm a caller. Okay. I'm going to call your ass and say, like, okay, what is the fucking problem? You not picking up the phone? That's the problem. Okay. Okay. Now, I didn't call Keisha when she tried to flag my channel. I just wrote her a nasty ass note right back. Okay. But I communicate directly. Okay. I don't go and get Twitter fingers or anything. That's just not me. That's how I ended up coming from watching videos, because I felt like I wanted to comment, but I didn't get into the comments. I went ahead and vocalized my comments and activated a channel. Does that make sense? Okay. Anywho, she says, go walk your shitty dogs, which whatever. Um, take your shitty dogs for a walk. You see, God don't like ugly, and he don't like liars, because you show one, honey. Ooh, baby. This is so sad. It's just the illiterate, dysfunctional, low life living for me. Um, but ma'am got her point across, okay? But you show one, honey. You show like as in Broadway show. Isn't this sad? It's so sad on a Tuesday that the illiterate dysfunctional are coming for people that are, are completely opposite. Girl, isn't that sad? It's like, okay, tink tink, okay, boo boo. It's gonna be all right. Are you good now? Are we good? Okay. I had to. I was getting ready to delete it, but I was like, Tink Tink need a little. Tink Tink wants to be called out. Tink Tink wants some shine. We gonna give Tink Tink a little shine on today. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that you know what I'm saying that you guys don't see sometimes. Because I spare Bougie Gang from having to deal with the illiterate, unfortunate folk in the comment that are mad at your girl. Um but we're gonna let sis live on today. We're gonna put her front and center, Ms. LJ4019. Okay. Okay, sis. Okay, sis. We got you. All right. Um, get a little tension. Sis wants a little shine. We're gonna give her a little shine. Okay. All right, let's handle the business that actually really pays. Um, okay, let's go over here. We're not going to start at the beginning. I'm going to drop the links. You guys may or may not know Ashley's channel. I'll put it in the chat and I will put it in the description box. Ashley's getting dressed and she wanted to address the elephant in the room because people got it twisted and she just wants people to know once and for all what's really going on. So we're going to start around 5 minutes in because that's when she really starts to talk about what's going on with her baby father, aka the babysitter, head babysitter, and his dingbatty girlfriend who is just a distraction and impeding the relationship of a son with the sperm donor.
But I couldn't write my comment to each every single one of y'all that had the same question or basically like, where's his dad or like his daddy need to. So like I said, I'm not trying to stir no drama or nothing. I just wanted for the people who have been following and have been on this.
Ashley could come out here and do a wig video and Keisha's gonna feel away. Okay. It's not about stirring any drama. Ashley, all the fact that you gave birth to the son, that lady she's traumatized. It's not your fault because it's not your fault. But at the end of the day, ma'am, traumatized. She never look. We're gonna go back to and this is such a long history. I can't really give you the 5-second cliff notes, other than the thing is if you're new here, Keisha gave Jeremy a hall pass, and while he was on the hall pass, he went ahead and just clocked in on a passport and went and took full advantage of a relationship he was having with this young lady, and produced his one son. Okay, so hall pass, he clocked it as a passport and went on a trip around the world and came back, ay 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 ay, with a baby. Okay, and sis can't get over it. She can't get over it, and she's very, very angry. Okay.
Journey with me. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I just, wanted to give my little update and my reasoning for why, my final decision as of right now, what I feel like is gonna have to be for a while. And until something changes, then I can update y'all on that. But like this is kind of like my my last time like kind of addressing it for this part because I feel like I said I don't see it changing anytime soon. So just get into that. So long story short,
Ashley is funny to me. This is the last one, so just get into that. She's I think Ashley is funny. I do. I really do. She's got a way of putting things and she's funny.
A few things where it just got to the point where it's just like, you know what? Because for a while, people was kind of coming at me like, you need to let him step up. You need to let him show that he can be a.
And she did. And she did. She got heat for not letting him have access. And she got heat for letting him have access. What Ashley decided to do was stop taking everybody's advice and do what she needed to do as a grown woman and a mother and she did everything that people asked her to do. Not give advice, not give access, give access, all of the things. But I do think in all of that, she gave him adequate opportunity to step up, and I don't believe that that has happened.
Yeah, you need to, bump all that, let him get some responsibility, this and the third. So I'm like, you know what, let's try that again. So I just feel like, in this trial of trying to co-parent, right? I feel like I really tried. I really tried. I tried to put aside how I felt. There was times where, situations that would get posted or whatever, or things that would be posted on YouTube. I'm really trying to be careful about my words. Like I said, I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to throw no shade. I'm just trying to be transparent with the people who fuck with me, because I fuck with y'all, right? So just different things that would be posted, and that would cause up some type of a reaction. A lot of it, I would, y'all would come to me, and I would always tell y'all, like, don't come bring nothing to me, y'all. I don't want to. I don't care. But it's hard to say that when your child is, around people. So it's like I had to look at some of the stuff, but at the same time, just kind of
Never give a hall pass, period. You never let people, you never play around with something that you hold dear. So anyway, and you know what I mean? Like, that's her problem. I'm not even gonna philosophize it for her or anybody else. At the end of the day, you let the man walk out the house and go have a dick pass, and that's what happened. And you didn't bank on him actually liking this girl. You didn't bank on him finding someone else he liked. And then him being caught between a rock and a hard place, because now he's got, two baby mom situations. And I could only imagine that that's difficult, if you are, how you may feel about both situations. I don't know. But clearly he made his choice.
take it for what it was and just try not to get too worked up. Just try to let the situation play out. And I know it's not going to be peaches and cream all the time, but I just try to get to some type of understanding. But what I will say is that leading up to my final kind of decision, it's like, what, I'm cool on this, was really just I had a dentist appointment for Papa, and it was early in the morning. So that day, the night before, he was at his dad's house. And as always, I have to go out my way to go get my baby, or drop him off. At this time, I had to go to their actual house. So, I work overnight, and it's just like I had to be at their house by like 7 in the morning. So it was like, there was no point of me even going to sleep. So I literally stayed up the whole night, worked the whole night, stayed up until it's time to go get him and go get him. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, really not in the mood, but here I am this time, when I get there, I'm, brought to the living room to sit down on the couch, whatever. And a particular person feels like this is the time and place to start having a conversation, whatever. As she's talking, like, all I hear is like, basically, she still hasn't let things go. And for whatever reason, that's her reason. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take your time, do what you got to do, right? But just also like commenting on how me and him are co-parenting. And I just feel like, for one, I wouldn't even call it co-parenting. It just got to a point where I just said, listen, I'm gonna start bringing him to y'all every weekend because I need a break. I'm tired. Like, I'm not doing this by myself no more, bro. Like, I'm not. And you act like you want to see him. So I'm about to just start bringing him over, because if I don't say something, you know what I'm saying, it won't be as consistent or as frequently, like, trying to get a real schedule going, some consistency. So it just got to the point where it was like, I'm gonna bring them. And of course, that has its ups and downs or whatever. Cool. Some weekends it was like, oh, I'm not gonna be there this weekend, but you can bring them. So it's okay, whatever. So when that would come, I would just take the punches and just go with it. I just kept trying. I'm trying at this point. And yeah, so I'm sitting down, I'm letting her say what she has to say. She's basically saying she don't like the way we co-parent. I just feel like that's not really your place. And we're still technically in a trial co-parenting. Like it wasn't like we like been doing this for years. Like this was literally what, like a couple weeks, a few weeks, maybe a month. So I just felt like, okay, noted. Um, on top of that, I just felt like I said, you're talking about things that happened 3-4 years ago. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Keisha just constantly always wants, she just always wants to bring up the past. She wants to rehash. Ma'am had a dentist appointment. This is what I would say to Ashley. If you find yourself, first of all, when people try to invite you in, it's very okay to say, you know what, I'm going to stand outside. Can you just bring my boy down? Oh, I need to go scoop him out the bed. Okay, no problem. Or hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Can you just have him downstairs? He's 3. I don't know what the deal is, how he wakes up, but I would be like, look, just wrap him up in a blanket, put on his coat, and I'll be downstairs. I'll meet y'all at the door. No, I don't have time to talk. You know what I mean? If you want to talk to me, y'all call me, FaceTime me, or I'll come back over another day. But yeah, you can't let people, steal your time. Time is so valuable. Like, absolutely not. I gotta go. I'm here to pick up the boy, not sit and have a damn rehash of the past 3 years because you have nothing better to do.
like at this point, I just feel like you don't have to like me, but to not like me. You know what I'm saying? I feel
That's
like
very true.
it's a fine line between it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like or not like somebody. You just tolerate them. Cool. And which I feel like that's what I try to do. Um, but to basically let it be known like you still dislike me, I just feel like I can't have that around my child. Like I don't feel comfortable having my child in the presence of someone, even if he's still around with his dad. I don't feel comfortable as somebody um who does not like me and has made it.
As she should not. I mean, and no one should feel comfortable with that. And the fact that Keisha is so aggressive to be able to say those things, and feels comfortable that that is your man. I mean, you don't have to love Ashley. You really don't. But the person that you should be really mad at is Jeremy. And we know that she's mad at Jeremy, but she plays like she's not.
It very clear they don't like me to have you around my child. I don't agree with that. And of course he didn't have much to say. Anytime when we're talking, it always seemed like it's supposed to be the three of us sitting down. The most I will say that the only commentary he really had was when it got to the point where I had enough. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm done talking about it. I have an appointment to get to. Y'all live out in West Bumblefuck. I need to get home so I can get him changed and get him ready for this doctor's appointment. And you want to sit here and keep talking about 3 years ago, baby? I'm tired. I don't want to hear this. Okay. So I
Baby, I'm tired.
kind of getting loud because it's like, okay, I let you talk. Now it's my turn to talk, and I'm trying to let you know that simply this is not the time or place. If you want to sit down and have this conversation, another time and place where I'm not just like, I'm thinking we're talking about how we're moving forward. You're talking about the past. I'm trying to talk about the future. We're already now on a great page. So I just felt like for me, I just feel better off not, because at the end of the conversation, I did say, and I will say, I did tell them, like, you know what, every weekend, I'll just make sure he's here. And, when I come back to drop him off, I will have my list of what I feel like is appropriate, not appropriate, what I feel like is disrespectful, what I feel like, I would like on my side from y'all, you know what I'm saying? Cool. In the midst of that, though, in this conversation, I was trying to say that, like, I'm not trying to fight no more. I'm not trying to be wrapped up in drama. Like, that shit stresses me out. And like I told them, y'all have each other. So when shit goes left or whatever, y'all have one another to help each other out. I come home to me and my son, and he can't lift me up. This time, August is so sweet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into that later because I'm gonna change, the whole mood of this. I don't want to, drag it out, but it's just like at the end of the day, how I feel should not be placed on my child. You know what I'm saying? And yes, for the people who karma, okay, cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, my child does not deserve to have to feel that. You know what I'm saying? And feel the disruption that I feel, because it's just like, when is it gonna come together? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like on my side, I am trying and trying and trying, and I'm just tired of being a bigger person. I'm tired of moving aside and saying how I feel doesn't matter and pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down, because no one talks about, you know, the real mental part of all of this, of being a parent, period, point blank, whether you're present or not. Like, nobody talks about the mental struggles you deal with. And it's just like, y'all know how I am about my peace. I do not play about my peace. I'm not going back and forth about it no more, love. So, you know, I try to leave it off where it was somewhat decent, right? It was sometime random in the week where August says, mommy, and then he says her name, but it was like a pause. So I'm like, okay, you know, maybe he's like, because sometimes people like, mommy, honey, mommy, like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, so I'm like, okay, maybe, okay, cool.
And he's 3, right? So he was 3 at the time when he said that. And this could have even been a very young 3. And we all know, if you're a mom and you just know as being a person who grew up, um, they're still learning, right? So there's a difference between a 3-year-old who is brand new 3 and a 3-year-old who is almost 4. We know that, right? Like, there's a difference between a 1 year, like a 12-month-old versus a 22-month-old. You're talking about a child that's almost 2 versus the skills. They can't even walk sometimes at 1, you know, like fresh 1, like 12 months, 13 months. At 23 months, they might be running down the street. So the milestones hit different, right? So he said mommy, and then he said her name, which gave her room to pause, like, what'd you say?
So he's talking to me, mommy, da 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 da, you know, same old, cool. Then it gets to another part in the day where he was like, her told me call her mommy.
Now, okay, look at it. Her told me call her mommy. I didn't say Keisha told the boy. So, to the weirdo creep in the bushes writing me comments, number one, you blocked. So you'll have to make another, you have fun retrofitting one of your other sign-ons to leave me another comment, and that's cool. It'll just, like, I don't I don't get upset about that type of stuff. You just get blocked. Only reason why I'm talking about it is because you're weird. Okay. That's why. And I just wanted to document it for the audience. At the end of the day, nobody gives a shit about what Keisha got going on. Seriously. It's a key. Okay. Now, for Ashley, it's not a key, but the bottom line is, the irony is, or the gag is that y'all really think that you're running something. And I did my research this morning. If a child is not legitimized in the state of Georgia, you do not have any rights. Okay. You do not have rights. If the child is not legitimized, you do not have rights. Okay. That's it. That's really all. You don't have, without legitimation, the father has no rights to custody or visitation for a child born out of wedlock. However, even without legitimation, the father is still legally required to support the child financially. Oop, okay. And that would probably require the DNA test and all of that. But for legitimation, you know, he's not legitimized, and she's going to say that in a minute. So, which means he has no rights, none. And she's willing to let him have it, or he can go get it, but he's not, because then he would. I think what Jeremy's doing is what we see a lot of these guys do. We've seen it even on the Nesto thing. Sometimes men will take a back seat to letting you make the decisions, so you get to be the bad guy, even though they're not doing shit. It makes you look like the bad guy because they've sort of made themselves available, or like in Jeremy's situation, he lets Keisha be his mouthpiece. So it lets people drag Keisha and let him get dragged less. But Jeremy is the number. I mean, he made this baby, right? Keisha just out here looking stupid.
And mind you, when I sat on that lady couch, I asked him, I said, okay, listen, you want to complain about, You know, it's so hard to move around him on the YouTube stuff. And, you know, I've asked y'all several times.
So your son can't go over to see his father because she says it's hard to navigate around him on YouTube stuff, but you're only posting a video a week. So what's the problem now?
Please do not put my child on y'all YouTube, whatever, da da da. All that. Well, that's his dad. Da, 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 da. He's not legitimized. Let's be for real. He's not legitimized. So if
Okay. Okay. Legit. So when she says that, he has no rights. He has no rights.
I say no, no means okay. So, but like I said, I'm always trying to be the bigger person, step aside how I feel, and just kind of like just try not to.
And also, she can say when August is older, if his father remains to be Fugazi, she can say, I did my part. Where's my dad in my life? I don't know, son. I mean, at the end of the day, mommy did what she could. At least she's not going to be there saying, I blocked everything. I didn't let him see you. I didn't let him all the whatever. He just, this is what happened. You know what I mean? At least she can say she tried, she did her part to allow the relationship to build. And he was busy. He was busy being a goofball over at the other spot, half-assing it with the other kids. So don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a you son. This is him. This is him anyway. Because even the ones he lives with full time, he's not really there like that.
To make things harder and feel like I'm being a problem. I just said, like, listen, if y'all could just like, even if it's like you send me a part of the video that you feel like might be kind of controversial or might cause some type of drama or some type of reaction or whatever, since y'all act like I'm so dramatic, how about you let me know behind the scenes and we could talk about it. And then that way, you know, when it comes out, when the video comes out and people are coming to me and rushing me like, oh, this, that, and da, 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 I don't feel like I'm blindsided and I don't feel like, oh.
And for those of you guys who don't know, just think of maybe something that came out on Facebook. Everyone's not on social media like that, where you're dealing with a lot of people you don't know. Um, when you're on Facebook, oftentimes, you know, these are classmates, family, friends of friends, things of that nature. Just imagine if someone comes to you and tells you that there's something about you online or something was said. It's kind of a like, what? You know, and you're going to want to go look, right? Just imagine that happening to you every day or a few times a week. And it's people you don't know, and they come to you like your house is on damn fire. And then you hear it, and it's not really anything, but then it is, then it is and it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that happening to you, because that's what happens to most of us on social media. Okay. And for some people, it happens all day, every day. And I'm sure it can be quite stressful. Um, that's what happens. I mean, anybody, if you're on social media, it's going to eventually happen to you. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it will. Okay. And the bottom line is just imagine. So, this is basically what she's saying. Just to mitigate that, how about if you think that there's something off, let me see it, so that I can at least know about it, so that when I get bum rushed by my subscribers or just somebody out here, maybe someone dragging a bone, I'm going to already know what they're talking about, because the internet sees everything and they're going to bubble up anything that they think that you might want to know about what's going on or what was said with your name, right? Y'all know this from the
What's
comment
going on?
section,
What's
right?
going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that feeling like where your heart is racing. It's just like it's just like you crash out, and y'all know when it comes to August, I'm gonna crash out every time. And I'm trying to grow and be more mature and stuff. So I said, like, let's just nip it in the bud. So that way we don't even have to worry about that, right? So that's what I said. So when he came home and said the whole her told me call her mommy, it made me stop in my tracks and it really pissed me off. And I called my mama. And y'all know I love to call my mama. I called my mama. And I wanted to crash out. And she was like, well, you know, have a conversation with his dad and, you know, just see, you know, how the conversation goes and just go from there. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. I just sat in these people's house, told them like, I'm not crashing out no more. Let's talk about it. But before I could even talk about it, I think that was the next, and this was like Father's Day weekend. So like, I knew like I'm going to bring him over to his dad's house. But then that's when they dropped that video where August was saying, and y'all sending me like the clips and stuff where it's like August is calling her mommy, and it's just like, I've had it. I've had it. I'm done. I'm done. I literally just sat here and talked to y'all and really tried. I really tried. I really tried. And I just feel like motherfuckers just love pushing that button. So it just got to the point where I called up a lawyer and I was just like, hey, I just have a quick question. You know, called up a lawyer and I called a random family lawyer. I didn't black, white, I don't even know. I just know it was a man. Okay. And I said the situation. I'm not gonna go into details about certain stuff that was said, but she still blames me for certain things. She still accuses me of trolling, like I have time. She claims that she would, like from my lives and stuff, she would see that I'm talking about her children. Like I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it was just so much where it's just like, so I'm telling the lawyer this, that, and the third, you know, blah, blah, blah. The dad's not legitimized, blah, 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 whoop de whoop. And he was like, you have every right to not bring your child over here if you don't want to. So I said that, and I left it at that. And I feel like, and I've always said, because a lot of people also ask me, why you don't just put him on child support? I feel like he told me from the jump he didn't want me to have this baby. I decided to have the baby because I made a promise with God. And within my promise, like I said, that you said, like I always felt like as a woman, if a man tells you don't want the baby, don't expect, too much. So that's why for me, it's like I try, you say you want to see him, you say you want to be present, you say you love him, you say this, you say that. But I feel like actions speak louder than words. And I feel like I'm just at that point where if you really feel like that, you'll do what you need to do to legitimize yourself and to, make sure that nobody can stop you from seeing your child. For one. For two, I just feel like it's never a problem about seeing him until it's no longer an option. And I'm not with that. Like I just feel like
So when we're loosey goosey with the terms and you can see him when you want to see him, it's not a problem. But when I hold your feet to the fire, or I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'm done right now dealing with you, then all of a sudden it's a problem. But if he would legitimize August and take ownership and get on a regular, maybe court scheduled situation, or come up with something that has to be dealt with, maybe even with a mediator, notarized and filed in family court. Um, he don't want to. I don't want to say he doesn't want to do that, because God forbid I put words in the man's mouth, but that's not what has happened, and that's easy enough to do. You don't have to open up a whole case. You could actually go to a family lawyer, have them draw up an agreement, and have it filed in family court. And it is, and if it becomes a problem, then that's the jump off point as to you two came together, you guys made an agreement, it was filed in the county under your son's name, and this is where we're at. This is our jumping off point. So what's the problem? But Jeremy has his hands tied behind his back because he's Mr. Anderson. Okay. He's Keisha's wife, and his husband has his balls, and whatever his husband says goes. Keisha is not going to let his wife be a father.
my baby,
Okay.
like he's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like he's beautiful. And it got to a point where I had to stop carrying the guilt. And I had to just let it go. I had to let it go because what do I look like? I'm trying and 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 I'm trying. Then fast forward, and this, after this, we're gonna change the subject, right? Because
Well, I don't think she's not talking to us for us to help her. She's talking to us because us, and I'm talking comment section, not me, are constantly asking her, where's the boy's dad? She's got new subscribers. So this is a life update. I would take this as a life update, and let me talk about what's going on to the people who are still here and the new people, because she started putting up content again. So people see her as a, they see her how they see her, a nice woman, single mom, what's going on, and they want to know more. You know how YouTube is. So she's not asking us for help. She's just giving a life update. So, and so I would say that's pretty much it. I love when you say, girl, His wife is mean, okay? Excuse me, his husband. His husband is mean, and her wife needs to be a daddy, okay? This also a vlog. Is it? I thought this was a live. This is a live, hon. So it's a live. So is the vlog. Um, okay. This is trash. Keisha has issues. Absolutely. But yeah, so anyway, let's just keep going for a little bit and we're gonna wrap this thing up because you'll get a good idea. And I also dropped the link. It'll be in the description box so you guys can watch the whole thing if you want to. Um, and I just felt like this was a good jumping off point before we go over to Keisha's boring ass video that's 2.5 hours long, which we'll do that either later today or tomorrow, probably more so tomorrow. And I'm just going to pull the clips and the timestamps because I cannot. 2.5 hours, we will be here all damn day, and none of y'all can stand that. I'm glad these women are speaking out against these bums. That at the end of the day, that's what really needs to come out. Like the female on female hate, like me talking about a video that I saw about a man who is not stepping up for a boy child who needs their dad. Girl children need their dads too, but specifically these men out here that love to, oh, woe is me, the black man this and the black woman that and all this bullshit, and don't even do what they're supposed to do as a man and a father of a man to be, or to demonstrate himself in the way a man should be seen. You don't have to be perfect out here, but I don't want to hear that black man. I don't want to hear the black man, the disenfranchised. I don't want to hear anything when you are not sweeping your own front porch. Okay. No one is perfect, including me. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is a video that was put up on the internet, and I saw everything that she's referencing. I saw the August video of the birthday party that they did around Father's Day, which is when? In June. August birthday is when? In March. Okay. Even I know that. Okay. I saw his first birthday party. Now he's getting ready to be 4, right? Is he 4 this year or 5? 4, right? Because Jory is going to be 4. Okay. So this year, 4, okay? We're watching these kids grow up, okay? And it's a mess. This man better not say nothing. And he's a bum. And I read in the comment section yesterday, when we were talking about the pop the balloon, and we'll save that for later this week. Let her get her views. At the end of the day, it does not surprise me if it is true that 7 of the guys that were in that lineup were Jeremy's friends, baby.
Like
That's
I
all
said,
I gotta say.
I don't.
He's 4 now.
I
Okay,
don't want to
yes.
drag it out,
Okay.
and I don't want it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be messy or nothing. Like, I'm just being transparent with y'all. So, fast forward to my son's birthday. I get a call from his grandmother. She was like, you know, we missed y'all, we love y'all, let me talk to the baby. But this was like late on August birthday. This time is bedtime. It really irritated me. I'm not gonna hold y'all, it really irritated me. But I'm like, you know what? At least somebody reached out. Cool. Boom.
When we all saw that video come out on Father's Day, and it was like, what did he say? That was immediate drama. Everybody was like, what? I remember we ran it back like 3-4 times, like, what did he say? Some people were like, no, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. And then some of us were like, it did kind of sound like he said mama. He said something that wasn't just Keisha.
At the end of the conversation or whatever, she asked, like, is it cool if his dad is present? Like, what are you doing for his birthday? Is it cool if his dad's present? I say it's fine. I feel like, you know, let him see his dad. It is what it is. So I tell him the address, the first address that we were supposed to go to, and then in the morning I text her a new address and let her know, like, this is where we're going instead, the time and all that. Cool. So As y'all seen in his recap video, he did show up.
I don't think she expects anything different. I don't think Ashley is expecting him all of a sudden to be like a three-piece suit professional dude. I don't think she ever complains about. I don't think I've ever heard, maybe there were some times where her and Hazel had a little key. It's been a long time since I heard Ashley have a key about Jeremy. She doesn't talk about Jeremy like that. I think it's obvious. I think Ashley is pretty astute on her situation with Jeremy. I don't think she's expecting really much of anything from him. All she's asking him to do is show his ass up, right? Now, where I say I agree with your point is like she said, he told her he didn't want her to have the baby. She already had termination before, right? 2 terminations, I think, right? So he told her he didn't want her to have the baby. Maybe, even though it's hard to let that soak in, maybe she needs to just go ahead and hold him to that. And if he decides he wanted to have a relationship with the kid, but Jeremy really has to realize how hurtful it is to be in and out of someone's life, especially when they see you with the other ones, okay? That stay up under your roof or your husband's roof, okay? Um I don't think that she's expecting him to be Prince Charming. I really don't. So I mean, I can say he's a bum. You can say he's a bum. I think Ashley knows intimately that he is a bum. She's back when she told us the stories about the powder milk. Excuse me, guys. Back when she told us the stories about the powder milk from Europe and how he wasn't even doing diapers and milk and all that other stuff. Like we know. I just, I definitely wanted to address that because yeah, I mean, we no matter how she feels about the situation, um, if Jeremy is saying he wants to be a dad and his actions are showing he doesn't want to be a dad, when is it that when is it that you just go ahead and put him out of his misery of having to try to be something that he's not? Or not going to be good at or doesn't want to be good at or isn't trying to be. So I think that's more of the question. We know Sir is a bum, but there's plenty of bums out here that are decent fathers and decent mothers. But they may have bummish ways. They don't have good work history. They're not a good earner. They're not honorable in their word. They fuck around. They cheat. They steal. They're just not overall good people. But at the end of the day, the wonderful thing about being a child is you don't typically see that in your parents. You still see them, you still see them a certain type of way. And you know what I mean? Like people want to get to know their parents. So I think she has owned up for a lot of the stuff that she did, the damn German milk. Okay, let's keep going so we can wrap this
Excuse me.
up.
But he showed up empty-handed. Excuse me. He could have brought, like, mind you, he showed up. Excuse me. His mom, his stepdad, his twin was there. They brought their some nieces with them. Um, it looked like he might have invited some of his homeboys, whatever, but like I couldn't really tell because we literally didn't say nothing to each other the whole time. He said 2 things to me. The first thing he said was, "Where is August?" And that was when he first arrived. And I, found August, whatever, so he could see his dad. Okay, cool. And then the last thing he was like, "Do you have the little card that he was playing the arcade stuff on?" And that was about it.
I was like, every party, it never fails. There's always somebody who wants to come through and wants the game card. It's like, can you go get $20 and load up a card? Because that card, which you're going to get, ain't going to play very long anyway for the kids. But at the end of the day, sir, this is your son's birthday, allegedly. And what? Mr. Not legitimized sperm donor. Um, you couldn't just go fill up another card.
And I was cool with not having no contact, like for real. But what irritated me is you came empty-handed. You could have came, like his mom gave me a card or whatever that was from her and his twin and all that. But him himself, you literally walked in through the doors with nothing in your hands. Not even a mini cupcake with a little candle on it, or one of them fake ass balloons you can get from the
some cash. What'd you spend on the party? Oh, 500, however much you spent here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have handed her the money back for the party. You could have bought some gifts. You could have done anything. Like, how hard is it?
bakery. Like, huh? Then you don't offer to help take anything out the car, to pay for a pizza, pay for a pitcher. You don't offer, how much was the cake? Can I help cut the cake? Like, nothing, like nothing. And for me, I just feel like that was like just very loud and clear that like
This is not for you. You know what I'm saying? Loud and clear, this is not for you. Keisha got him by the balls over at the house, and he's trained to be a neutered male. He is neutered. Okay. That's how he's been trained over to the house, and that's how he's now acting in the world. He doesn't even know how to be a man around his boy child. Okay. Again, you didn't even ask, could you reimburse for the cake? Jeremy, you don't have a couple of hundred, $300 in your pocket. You couldn't send her a cash app with the money for the party. You couldn't bring him a pair of roller skates, a truck, a PlayStation. You couldn't bring him anything. You couldn't go spend a few $100s on your boy. Buy him some fresh sneakers. Let you two be matching. You couldn't go buy you two some matching Jordans. You couldn't like I could think of a bunch of boy gifts just off the top. A little fresh outfit, some nice shoes, a PlayStation, some new games, a truck, a bicycle, a scooter, a collection of balls, a soccer ball, a basketball, some things. Like you could not come with anything for the boy, nothing. And on top of that, just hand his mom some cash, $500. You didn't have to do anything all year. You didn't buy a meal. You couldn't hand the lady $500. She's working all night to provide, and you can't bring the lady a few $100s so she can put that back in her pocket and do something else.
I don't know. Your motive is just it's not what you say it is. And you didn't offer to take nothing back to the car. Like you kept whispering in August's ear the whole time. And I only know that because like I'm chasing around my homegirl's little girl.
You are his quote unquote father, not his big brother. You are his father, not his brother.
She's so cute to me, and we was just playing tag or whatever. So, and I'm trying to let August just have his fun, have his time.
Jeremy's very awkward around Ashley because this is the elephant in the room. Ashley, homeboy is still homeboy's balls are gone, and he probably still digs Ashley. He probably still digs Ashley, and if he talks too long, it's just gonna slip out of his mouth, and he's gonna be in trouble again. He is home being taken care of like a good wife. And as long as his balls stay tucked between his legs, his husband is going to handle everything for him. But if he gets out of hand, he's going to have to come up out the basement, go get a job, all the things. I think some of this is that he still likes Ashley and he knows he fucked up. And there's just no way around it. And there's no way around it.
But the kids keep coming up to me like, "Hey, Auntie Ashley, where's August?" So I gotta go look for him, and he's with his dad. And it's like, this is really not your time. You're taking away.
He's not a good wife. He's a horrible wife.
You're taking
Hey,
away
Jersey
the
woman.
time
Hey,
he's supposed to be
boo.
spending with his friends, the people that came to see him, that like be consistent.
I do. I think he's embarrassed. He knows his behavior is fucked up. He knows he looks like shit out here on these streets. and there's no real way around it. He's looking like and I've said this a million times, and one day I don't know if we'll see it, if these two will still be on the internet or not by the time it happens, but Jeremy is going to hate Keisha. He's going to hate her. He's going to really resent the fact that he because I want to put the onus on him because that's his son, right? He allowed himself. He's going to be mad at him. He's going to hate her, but he's going to be mad at himself for not being a man and turning himself into a Mitch. Okay. Just replace the B with an M for male. Okay. He Mitchified himself, and he's going to be mad at himself, and he's going to end up taking it out on Keisha because he's going to be pissed off at her, and them little girls are going to suffer possibly. Okay. Because he is missing out on the male reflection of himself. He's got three beautiful girls over there. No lie on that. The kids are cute, right? And it's not about just being cute. They're lovely little girls, right? But he's got a whole son over there, and it's I'm sure that's a pain that men feel bad. You guys know it's true. Even the worst of the worst men out here that know they got kids, they feel like shit, and their lives usually don't come out amazing. Even if they're rich, they still look at Future. Future got all them damn kids scattered all over the place. Everybody damn hates him. You think Future's happy? And that's just all us on the outside looking and seeing. Nick Cannon might be happy because he figures out a way to politic with these ladies and give them money and make everybody be happy. But Nick Cannon ain't happy either, having all them kids all around the yeah. Okay? There is no man that's happy not having his seeds up under his roof, raising them up. There's no man that's happy about another man tucking your kid to bed at night. No, none of them. I don't care how great co-parenting y'all got it. The reason why sometimes men don't want to date women with kids is because they don't want to have to deal with what if that's me? Because if she'll take his kids and let me have access to them, what's she going to do if it don't work out with me?
In his life so that you can say whatever you need to say to him or whatever. And I get you're trying to.
I know Future's a bum. I'm just saying his bum quality is amplified by the fact that he cannot feel good about his kid basically calling Russell Wilson dad. Okay. And Russell Wilson takes every opportunity to smear that in his face, as he should. As he should. Future is no example. That's why he's an example of a bum. He's an example of a man who's salty because of his kid not being with him and him thinking he could do whatever he wanted out here. And that, see, the thing is for Future is that he's dealt with women who kind of need him and want the money. He thought he was going to tear a baddie down. So when he got with Sierra, he thought she was going to fall into place like the other women. And she was like, oh, hell no. Or her team, her family were like, sis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is not you. This is not how this is going. We need you to wake up and get up, right? Get up and get out. And she did. And she ended up winning, finding herself, allowing herself to fall in love with someone who is in love with her and is treating her as she should be, right? So that is what some of these bums also bank on, is that you are going to be in the low self-esteem place that drew you to them to begin with, and you're going to stay there. The gag is that some wake up and realize, oh, this shit ain't for me. So yes, Jeremy's a bum, Future's a bum. They live, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, That's all I'm saying. The
Spend your quality
thumbnail, I
time, but
know,
if
I
you
know.
were really doing what you need to do, you wouldn't have to feel like that. Then on top of that, it just got to the point where it's like my homegirl
Yes,
was kind of sitting close enough
he's a
to hear
certified
like
bum. No,
him.
I agree with you too. I think some people just feel like, oh well, he was a bum, so you should have known better. Sometimes we're just in a place in our life where we attract a bum because we're let's be honest. Maybe some of y'all, but at one point in your life, sometimes we could get into some fuckery. It might have been in your teenage years, it could have been in your 20s, it might be in your 50s. Who knows? But at the end, sometimes we've had some bummish ways, okay? Because when you let a bum in your life, I mean, we got to remember we let them in, right? They live like bums. Wow. But yeah, thank God Sierra got out of there because Sierra would have been. I know she's so grateful that she got out when she did. I'm sure she's grateful she got out when she did. And Ashley is better for it too. Ashley got out, and I think she sees Jeremy. She has a lot of clarity about Jeremy now. That's why she's so calm and peaceful about it. I think when we first met Ashley 3 years ago, sis was still hurt. Now sis has clarity. She knows how Jeremy is. She accepts him. I think she accepts what it is. She's very much like she's giving, I'm at peace and I'm not bothered anymore because I know exactly what's going on. And this is not my imagination.
Saying little things on August, and it's just like I don't f with that. Like I don't like that. Like I just because then after the fact, all August kept saying was, my daddy said he's gonna take me shopping. My daddy said he's gonna get me whatever I want. And it's just like that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And you didn't come speak to me. Like you're trying to speak to him to speak to me. Like it don't work like that. It takes 2 seconds to say, hey, I want to take him shopping. Is that cool with you? It's like it takes 2 seconds. Like so I just felt like, you know what?
Let him talk.
I just feel like we just gonna politely excuse ourselves from this table, and we're gonna find a new table, and we good. And we good. I'm tired of being gaslit and love bombed and stuff for me to be convinced to let him see the best. Like I'm tired of it.
It's the gaslighting and love bombing for me. I wish she would have gone into a little more depth on the Ashley, I wish you would have gone a little bit more depth on the love bombing. What is the love bombing that he is trying to engage in with you, sis? What was that all about?
I'm tired of it. And it just got to a point where it's just like, there's been comments where it's like, oh, everybody's moving on, you should too, baby. I am, and I have. But I just wanted to I just had to say what I had to say so it's clear that I've tried. I've always defended the man, like that's still his father. I've always been an advocate, that's still his father, still his father, still his father, and I still feel like that's still his father, still his father. But at the same time, y'all know I'm not about to play about my baby. I'm a crash out every time, and I just feel like it's sad. It is what it is, but at this point, like I've been telling y'all, it's in God's hands, and if they are moving forward, I love that. Good for them. Like I said, because we on to other things. Like when August does talk about his dad or brings up his dad, I don't discourage him. I don't tell him like don't talk about him. I don't make it weird or anything. I just go along with it and okay, baby, yeah. And I keep it moving. Like I just certain things though I can't. And I'm cool on that one. So yeah. So y'all just pray for us at this point. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to be messy. There's no need to like drag it out or nothing. But let's just all in unison just pray, that things will get better. Because at this point, baby, ain't no point in even being mad about it. Ain't no point in even stressing myself about it. Ain't no point in even making it more than what it has to be. On my end, like I feel like it's definitely important. However, I'm not gonna force someone's hand. Like when they're ready to move, they'll move, and hopefully by that time it won't be either too late or it just it gets at a point where him and his son can get to an understanding because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like It is what it is. But most importantly, like, even if it came down to like, when it came down to even like at some point when we were first trying to co-parent, trying to even just get him to come to the park and stuff, it would be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have a car right now, or I don't have this, I don't have that. But then yet, you can be out and about when you can be out and about. And it's just like, I feel like, you showed up to the park once, but then the other time it was like, oh, the girls have this, oh, they got a photo shoot, oh, cheerlead, oh, like, it's just like, okay, cool. Like, I just like, it's always some type of excuse or some type of reason. And I feel like August is never like prioritized with everybody else. And I hate that for him. And I don't.
That's because Keisha, first of all, Jeremy is in a very tight spot. And again, we got to go back to, maybe Ashley will hear this. We got to go back to his balls. He has been neutered. He has been neutered. Keisha has taken his balls, cut them off with bakery. You know, when you used to go to the bakery back in the day and they have the red and white thread, sis cut his balls off with bakery thread. Okay. Sir does not have balls anymore. He's less than a man. Keisha allegedly keeps him busy, and he's got other priorities, which is smoking and hanging out with his friends. Let's not just say he's over there running for wife of the year over there at the Anderson household. He is out doing what he wants. Keisha lets him do what he wants. With Ashley, he's got responsibilities. There's no fun over there at Ashley's house anymore. It's come pick up your son and handle that dad business. There's no clapping cakes. There's no putty cat. There's no come eat my macaroni and cheese. There's no I'm going to give you some warm apple pie. There's nothing. There's come get your son and I'm going to see you in a few days. He's used to Miss Sandra being over there handling business for a paycheck. He's a trophy wife, okay? He's a trophy wife, okay? That's what Jeremy, the trophy wife, okay? Keisha does the heavy lift. She makes the coins. She sets the schedule. And he gets, what did he say he had the other day? Did he not say he had free time the other day? Sir says he has free time. Sir says he has free time. With his free time, he's down there in the studio. Okay. He's going live, soft lifing on his streaming. He's doing his streams. He's trying to be a YouTuber. And Keisha is out trying to close deals and do credit repair, credit reporting. And this is what I'm going to say. Like, first of all, I'm going to put this in the description box. So you guys watch the rest of it, run up Ashley's views, do what you got to do. And Keisha, this is what I want to say to Keisha. Keisha, baby, have you gotten back in contact with Midland Credit Management yet? That's what I want to know. Okay. Have you gotten back in touch with Midland Credit Management? Because there has been a small claims lawsuit filed against you, boo boo. We don't want to hear nothing else from you other than, sis, what happened at Neiman Marcus? Why did you not pay your bill? And if they file a judgment on you, that's going to be really embarrassing because you're going to have to pay it anyway when you try to sell that house. Okay. Because they're going to put it on your what? They're going to put it on your credit. It's already on your credit, but clearly the credit repair, credit reporting was not working in your situation because y'all already in court. So if you don't answer according to the court order, they may judge against you, and then you're going to have a legitimate claim, a judgment that you're going to have to pay before you can sell that house. Okay? That's the business that you should be minding right now. The lawsuit that your husband, Mr. Anderson, accepted at the door by the process server, who says he's 40, refused to give his name, and was 6'7" and documented on the lawsuit that was filed against you um, on Per. Okay. All right, guys. if you guys want to do more, I mean, we'll do more on tomorrow. We'll get into Keisha's side of things so we can just close this thing out. We're not going to watch the whole 2.5 hours. We're going to get the highlights and we're going to get into the hackerization. Okay. We'll listen. We got Ashley's side. We got the son's mother's side. Now we're going to hear from Chief Babysitter's wife. Did the wife put something up? That's Jeremy, Chief Babysitter's husband. So Chief Babysitter husband, we're gonna hear her side of the story, and then we can close this out because I don't think that the wife, Jeremy, has put up anything yet. And then we can roll on into the pop the balloon shenanigans over there with all of those bums. If you want to see a parade of bums, go to Keisha's channel and watch her pop the balloon video. It is a hot mess, an absolute hot mess. And Keisha is basically walking around topless, looking like a tartlet. She's looking like a complete tart. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. This was so much fun. I'm gonna see y'all on Real Talk Bougie. I will go live sometime around 2. I've got an appointment. I've got someone coming to the house in a minute, so I'm gonna be late going. You know what? I might go. I'm gonna just put up a little video real quick and tell y'all I'll be up. I'm gonna put the live up for um the time that I know I can, which will probably be sometime around 4 o'clock. I'll be live at 4 for like a full. But I do want to go over James McNeil. So I've got probably like an hour worth of stuff on James McNeil. Um, he's the black city councilman guy who, I don't know, girl, he, okay, it's a lot. Just watch the end of yesterday's live on Real Talk. We'll talk about that. I pulled all the documents I could, and hopefully I'll have my audio by the time we go live. You miss Paris. I miss Paris is right there on Instagram, but she might feel like, look, she might feel like it's not worth doing it if you know what I mean. Like sometimes if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? That's number one. And when you have people playing with your channel, um, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a hard pill to swallow when you keep doing the work and you got people playing with you. Um so that being said, she's on Instagram. I mean, I don't know if she tried to make it work on Twitter or somewhere else. Instagram definitely has new tools now that I think could be, but maybe she's just like, you know what, as far as this with her, I'm gonna let that go. I don't know. I've never talked to her on the topic outside of just a little back and forth on YouTube. But yeah, those times about 3 years ago were very, very much giving fun. We had a good time. And Keisha participated, whether she wants to say she did or not. Keisha was feeding the situation and all them fucking weirdos from the donkeys were, you know what I'm saying? I just avoid those people, period. But anyway, this is what I got to say to the people in the bushes. Tell your sis that she needs to go ahead and respond to Midland Credit Management because it's not cute. And sis does I do that true crime beat now too. And court watching. And we watching this little small claims court case, okay? And we're keeping very much up to date on what's going on with the case, okay? Yes. Keisha loves attention. She does. Saucy Splash passes out a fee of Kiki. Oh, a fee of Kiki's business cards. His job is to keep Kiki revenue coming in. Some places they call that a pimp. Okay. Some places they call that a pimp. Okay. Anywho, let me let y'all go. This was so much fun, guys. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. Um, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Yes. I was like, where did I put that from last night? Yes, the social media moms. Jeremy, go and file. I think it's a petition of legitimization. How long is this video? Wait, hold on a second. I am not being shady, but this is okay. Let's watch this for a second. Hold on. Hold up.
Georgia, to have any legal rights to a child born out of wedlock, a father must get an order of legitimation. A child is born out of wedlock if the child's parents were not married when the child was conceived, were not married when the child was born, or have not married since the child was born. Without legitimation, a father to a child born out of wedlock has no right to custody, visitation, or to object to an adoption. However, even without legitimation, the father is still legally required to support the child financially. The only way to legitimate a child is for the father to file a petition for legitimation with the courts. In the past, you could legitimate if both parents signed a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity form, but that is no longer allowed. If a father does not have a legitimation order, he has no legal right to a child born out of wedlock, even if he was named the father in a paternity test, was ordered to pay child support, signed the child's birth certificate, or lives with the child's mother. Find a petition for legitimation online at southernjudicialcircuit.com/self-help/paternity/legitimation.pdf. The petition is usually filed in Superior Court in the county where the mother lives. The mother must be formally notified, and she has the right to attend the court hearing. At the legitimation hearing, the judge can also order child support, custody, or visitation. Learn more at georgialegalaid.org.
Don't forget, guys, this commentary is for criticism, entertainment, and teaching purposes. And we learned something on today. Okay? Mrs. Anderson, Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, sir, have a good day. Okay? All right, guys. I'll see you guys a little bit later.
Right now because of him. A lot of my credit repair customers because of him. If Jeremy promotes stuff out of me, like anything that, because I do a lot of things, I feel hair, and Jeremy comes home every day or contacts me throughout his day with somebody, whether it be credit, like, hey, somebody's looking to do this, babe, I talked to them about you, blah, blah. Like, when we close the deal, y'all see the closing video, but just still the point is, he really, really, really values me, and kudos for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm a mom, I don't get kudos for he's a dad, but just like to just do it without any question, just because he's just so me and wants me to win. So whichever room he's in, every room that he's in, since I've gotten my real estate license, he's this very moment. Just the fact of the matter is, I know this is a client. The goal is so we set up a plan and we get to that goal. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead into this condo. We're going condo, y'all. Look at me. I came to the Fenchi's to get some lunch. Babe had sent me some lunch money. I was like,
and I might got a little deal for y'all people. I might got a deal for the people without wheels.